What's up, psychos, and welcome back to 30 Days of Book Recs. Today is day 16. Yesterday, we just wrapped up talking about the Alabaster Penitentiary series by Nyla K. And I'm thinking about kind of keeping in that type of book where we've got like an even play between plot and romance, because those are just my freaking favorites. So today we're going to be talking about Nocticadia. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I got a fancy pants new camera and mic setup, so I'm really hoping this works out. This is kind of my first test edit, so I apologize if the audio is a little bit weird when I edit. I'm just trying something new. If I'm going to be consistently making content for you guys on YouTube, I wanted to kind of get a proper setup. So let me know in the comments how this is working for you, or if you missed the iPhone vibe that I was using before. Anyways, into the books. Nocticadia by Keri Lake. This is a dark academia romance, and I have to say, this book blew my freaking mind. The imagination, the creativity on this author is out of this freaking world. The amount of research that must have gone into this, I wonder sometimes she has a PhD or something in biology, because the amount of thought that went into this fictional parasite, the way that the parasite, once it infects a host, it comes with this whole host of symptoms. But then she also went and developed this entire island that the parasite originates from, and an entire freaking biological history of how the thing evolved, how natives to that island had been able to find natural antidotes or remedies or medicines that targeted the parasite specifically in the past. And then also how doctors and scientists in our day and age were researching and using that parasite for modern day treatments against chronic conditions. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but we just kind of talk about how the story evolves and then you'll see what I mean. So the main FMC, hold on. I always forget people's names. It's so bad. The main FMC is Lilia. Lilia, her father's not abusive, but his friend is, I think, is the vibe. I read this a while ago. And she's staying in this kind of dangerous domestic situation to try and protect her sister. And her sister are in this situation, stepfather, now because their mother passed away from these crazy symptoms. Like she kind of like lost her mind one day and started trying to kill Lilia's sister. And Lilia ended up drowning her mother to protect her sister. So she has like a lot of guilt around this. And she told her story multiple times to people when her mother had died, and nobody really like believed her. They kind of brushed it off. It was a traumatic situation and things happen when you're trauma. It's all in your head kind of a vibe. So she's just been kind of floating through life, ignoring this. And she's in university now, top of her class, killing it in biology or whatever science program she's in. But she can't afford to kind of keep moving on. Like she's cleaning hotels and stuff to get by. And then she's invited, one of her professors submits an application on her behalf to this really prestigious academic facility that's on this island that has this parasite. Anyways, she ends up, there's a bit of a rigmarole. She ends up accepting it, and then she goes to this island. On this island is where we meet the MMC. Who is the MMC? He's Dr. Bramwell, I think. So Dr. Bramwell is our MMC. He has this chronic pain condition that kind of sends him into these like paralyzed seizure-like states, and he hates to be touched. I always love that trope when you have one of the main characters who just doesn't want to ever be touched, and that's part of like their character development. Only the other person can touch them. I just think it makes so much tension. I freaking love that. But anyway, so we get to this university, and then all of these crazy things start happening because we're starting to get POV chapters from Dr. Bramwell, and he has this like dark, dank Frankenstein kind of a lab in the basement of the university, and he's being hired by the board to do all of this crazy research on this parasite. But he has his own agenda as well too. He believes that this parasite will be able to cure this very rare chronic condition that he has, but the testing is very unethical because he needs to infect a human being with the parasite to force it to kind of continue its taste for human flesh. This parasite never used to kind of infect humans, and now it does because of the experiments that these people have been doing. It's freaking crazy. Anyway, so he goes out at night and he like hunts down bad people and drags them back drugs them and basically uses them as test subjects. So he's a little bit morally gray, our Dr. Bramwell here. And he's very grumpy, and when he first meets our FMC Lilia, he's kind of just like brushing her off or whatever, but obviously she impresses him with like how intelligent she is, and she ends up working in his lab, and you have this whole forced proximity situation. I like, there are so many twists in here too. She keeps seeing this character on the campus that has these plague masks. I'll put like a picture of it up here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It's so freaking creepy. And she keeps seeing this character and nobody on campus believes her. She makes friends on campus, but then you're like, can we trust these friends? Can we not trust these friends? There's teachers that you don't know if you can trust or not. Very thrilling for a dark academia. And there are somewhat like horror vibes in it. Like there were parts of this that I was reading in bed and I was like, oh my God, like I'm actually like a little bit freaked out right now. So I don't know. I freaking love this book. And again, it's a nice, thick, chonky one. I don't know if I've talked about this with you guys yet on my channel, but I love me a thick, chonky book. All of my books that I've written are very thick. And I see all the time people being like, oh, I put off reading that because it was like 700 pages. And I'm like, that could never freaking be me. Like I am, first of all, I'm a fast reader. And second of all, like my goal isn't to read as many books as freaking possible. Like I'm reading because I like to read. And books like this, like there's like no filler in here. Every single piece of information that you're given is important to the story, and it's just like the nature of this story requires more information to tell the story, which results in more words, which results in more pages. So I don't know. You'll never see me shying away from a thick, chunky book. Like I want to be immersed in the freaking world. Like I want to, sorry, my cat has come for a visit. Hi. Do you want to say hi to our friends on YouTube? This is Tartar Sauce. He always wants to eat around now, and he's very, very vocal. Isn't that right, baby? Anyways, I'll probably feed him after this video. Yeah. Away with you. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, thick, chunky books. You'll never catch me shying away from a thick, chunky book. I don't even look at page counts when I'm building my TBR. Like it never even occurs to me. I don't know. I also read most stuff on my Kindle, and then if I love it on my Kindle, I'll purchase it for my freaking library here. I did that as like a money saving thing because I used to just go on these huge book buying binges and just buy stuff for my TBR. But then I'd read it and I wouldn't like the book, and I'd be like, okay, well, I'm not going to use this for content, and now it's taking up space on my shelves. And I also really love the idea of just having shelves full of books that I personally think are like 5 stars. So now that's how I do it. I read first on my Kindle, especially if it's on KU, and then I buy it if I like it. So yeah, on my Kindle, I don't know how many freaking pages it is. Like I'm just here for a good, spicy, thrilling time. And spice in this book was good as well too. I don't know. And you've got that taboo aspect, like that teacher student kind of a vibe where they're sneaking around, can't get caught. Like 10 out of 10 recommend. I don't know if I said this at the beginning or if it was clear, but this is an MF romance. And so anyways, I think instead of a book rec today, let me know what y'all think about a new camera setup and the microphone, if the audio's okay. Let me know if you prefer this or the last one. I'm also going to be playing around with kind of like the color of the vibes. Let me know if you like this color. I don't know what's going on. I have no background in cameras or filming, so I'm just kind of winging it. If you got any tips, if any of you are content creators, leave tips in the comments for me as well too, if there's anything you think I could be doing better. But yeah, holler at your girl. Anyways, as always, I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching today's episode of 30 Days of Book Recs. I will catch you in the next video. In the meantime, if you did want to support me by checking out any of my books that I've written, here's my backlist. I've got a wide range in here from a contemporary surf romance to some pitch black paranormal dark romances. Take your pick. All of my books are available on KU if you want to check them out. I also have videos detailing the content of each book if you want to check them out on my channel. But I totally understand if that's just not in the cards right now. You might be going like, Alex, in this freaking economy, yeah, right. So if you don't have the means to financially support me by reading the books, that is obviously totally okay too. I am just glad that you are here. So any interaction that you can give me on this video goes a long way. So if you want to like, comment, or subscribe, really anything is appreciated. Just smash all of those buttons. Okay, thank you. I love you. I'll see you in the next video.